Welcome to W131. I'd like to spend a few minutes here telling you a little bit about my experience teaching this course, as well as giving you a general overview of how the course is going to unfold, all right? And, of course, what you need to do to get a good grade. I think you're going to be very interested in that. I first taught this course at the IPFW Learning Center more than a decade ago, both on the main campus and also at the Warsaw Center. And I've taught this class online since 2001. So I kind of know my way around the block with this, all right? Before that, I was a journalist and photographer, both in the private sector as well as with the United States Army. Before I went to the Army in 1969, okay, I obtained my undergraduate degree from Duke University with a major in sociology and a minor in English. And then I started a second career as a college professor doing this for IPFW right after obtaining my master's degree right there at IPFW in English, particularly with a concentration in composition theory, so I know how to teach this course, and also in American literature. I also teach a section online every single semester of visual communications, J210, which is a great class, a lot of fun. And I teach that because I was lucky enough when I was in the Army to attend the very, very prestigious U.S. Army Signal Corps Photography School at Fort Monmouth, New Jersey. And then it's also kind of neat that I helped write the textbook for the class. So I know a lot about writing. I wrote the textbook for the photography class. So I know a lot about writing, and I've been teaching this course for a long time. And as a journalist, of course, I've done a ton of writing. So I think you're going to like me as an instructor. I really do. But that's enough about me. Let's talk about you for a bit. Right at this moment, you're wondering, of course, how you're going to get a good grade in this class. Okay, some of you are very nervous about the whole thing. Don't be. Trust me. If you trust me, and if you do the work, you're going to get a good grade. All right. For those of you who have already looked at the syllabus, you know that your work is cut out for you. I keep mentioning work, right? This class has a lot of work. It's very, very important that you do the work, all right? That said, getting a good grade in the class is very, very simple. If you do the work, you get the grade. That's not rocket science. The work itself is not that difficult. There's just a lot of it, okay? This is college, so you've got to do the work. If you do the work, if you do it on time, you'll get a good grade. I guarantee you, you'll get a B or an A, seriously, if you do the work, all right? The course is designed that way to help you get a good grade. But if you don't do the work, of course, I can't help you, right? Neither can the course, all right? If you pay attention, you'll see that the course is structured in a very, very sequenced fashion. You might have been able to determine that already from the syllabus, but if you look through the learning modules, you'll see the skills build upon skills, all right? You're also going to see very quickly that it's a fun class because I stress what are known as visual rhetorics over the traditional and almost obsolete straight text, full text rhetorics, okay? You know, if you look around you every day, right, you see tons and tons of images, all right? So we're going to write using images. That's what we're going to do. That's what internet writing is all about. That's what advertising is all about, marketing. Everything you see, all writing you see today contains tons of images. So that's what we'll be doing in this class. And it's a lot of fun, all right? I mean, we're still doing writing. You need to learn how to write a college research paper, college essay, that kind of thing. So I'm going to help you do that. But we are not writing a traditional college research paper in this class. You know, that's for W233. That's next semester. Because I want you to succeed in this course, I really, really do, I've designed it specifically that if you will do the readings, do all the readings, look at all the lectures, turn in everything on time to the very best of your ability, participate fully in the class discussions, you cannot get less than a B in the class. Seriously. You cannot blow the class if you do the work, okay? So it's turning in the material on time. Before you turn in the work, make sure you've read all the related material to it, make sure you've done all the discussions, and you're going to do fine, okay? You may have noticed by now that there is some research to the class, okay, and you're wondering, of course, what's my topic going to be? Don't worry, we're going to work on that as the semester unfolds, and you're going to be able to pick a topic for the research component of the class that suits you, that you like, that you enjoy, that you're going to find fun, that you're going to find meaningful to you. It's very, very important that you find all this meaningful, okay? We don't do this as busy work, right? It needs to relate to you somehow. Let's see, I don't want to be repeating myself. Of course, as you see by now, looking at Blackboard, you're going to see it structured into what are called learning modules. Right there in the center of the page, that's where all your course activities are. And when you open that up, that folder, you get right in there and you see that. You see units. Each unit corresponds to a learning module. Technically, in Blackboard, they're called learning modules. So each learning module relates to one unit. If you go down to, if you open that module and look down through it, look at the index on the left-hand side of the page, okay, you'll see all this material that unfolds. And it is sequenced, okay? You still have to look at the assignments, see when they're due, that kind of thing. It's also in the syllabus. I've written it out in the syllabus when everything's due. And also you have a course calendar there in Blackboard, and you can see also where everything's due. And then every week, just about every week, I'm going to present another one of these videos to help kind of walk you through, make sure you know what's coming up, that kind of thing. I don't lecture these videos, but these are like updates. They just kind of help familiarize you with the course, familiarize you with the particular week we're in, familiarize you sometimes with the concepts we're going on. Okay. Let's see what else I wanted to cover here. I have some notes that I'm looking at. Hopefully I don't forget anything. You got to turn in, okay, here's what you got to do this semester. You're probably curious about that. You got to turn in an autobiographical PowerPoint. You got to write a short essay about your own experience as a writer or reader. You got to write a longer essay analyzing a blog. Okay, we'll get into that. And that's going to be of your own choosing. You get to pick the blog. You get to analyze a blog of your own choosing. Then you got to just do some research and turn in what's called an annotated bibliography about the topic that you wrote about for your blog. Okay, so I'm trying to build this course together so that things are sequenced and that so things you've done before help add to things that are coming up for you to do. All right. And then annotated bibliographies, just compiling your research. We'll talk a lot about that, don't worry. And then the final project is a big project. You're going to create what's called a multi-genre project. And this is where you take all the research, this is where you take your experience, analyzing the blog, and you put it all together into a big project, kind of telling what everything means, okay? And this could be a blog, it could be a PowerPoint, or it could be a traditional essay, but an illustrated essay where you put components into it. And I'm going to give you examples of all this, okay? You're not going to be working in the dark. And then your final exam, there's a final exam. It's basically just a short essay describing and reflecting on what you've learned in the class, okay? So as I said earlier, the whole class is not rocket science. Along the way, you will be participating in a lot of discussion forums, and I can't tell you enough how important the discussion forums are. I consider this a key element of the class. If you look at the syllabus, you see it's very heavily weighted towards the discussions. Your final grade depends a lot on how well you've done the discussions. And the discussions are designed to help you with critical thinking. They're also designed to help you brainstorm your different projects, that kind of thing. There's also some peer review along the way, and I know peer review is a little problematical sometimes. Sometimes if you experienced it in high school, it doesn't always work so well. I understand that, but it still gives you an opportunity to look at other people's work, all right? Get some ideas from other people about how they're doing, and sometimes that teaches you something about how you're doing. All right. You will hear from me along the way many, many times. You'll hear from me in these kinds of videos where I'll usually do these at the beginning of every week, certainly at the beginning of every unit. And then you'll find podcasts. By the middle of the week, you'll find podcasts in the blog threads, the blog discussions. All right. And I'd like you to listen to those podcasts and respond to those. And that response to me counts as part of your grade. Every discussion needs to have 4 posts where you kind of answer the question posed by the discussion thread, and then you respond to what I say 3 peers. I can be one of your peers, okay? So you respond to me and 2 other peers. So you have to kind of get in there multiple times weekly. Speaking of which, for a successful strategy that's going to help you succeed in this class, you really need to treat it like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class in which you get into Blackboard multiple times weekly, okay? But particularly at the very, very beginning of the week, and then in the middle, of course, at the end of the week, and you work steadily throughout the whole week. Do not wait till Sunday night to do your work, to do all the readings. I guarantee you that's a quick route to an F, okay? You cannot procrastinate this course. You cannot put it down at the bottom of your to-do list. That is a recipe for disaster, okay? You'll hear from me some by email through Blackboard, but mostly I do these videos and podcasts, all right? And please make sure you meet the deadlines. I don't accept late papers, all right? Also encourage you to ask questions, but don't wait till Friday afternoon, okay? After Friday afternoon, I'm not looking at Blackboard again until Monday morning, all right? I do hold virtual office hours. Just the folder to the right will explain how to do those, okay? They're a lot of fun. We can do them in Blackboard chat, or we can do them in Skype. Either way, it's fun. Good students do use office hours, okay? Okay, I've yacked on long enough. Make sure you go to the Getting Started folder, read the syllabus and other information there if you haven't done so. There is a syllabus quiz. It's due Sunday night, and you have 2 discussions that are due Sunday night. Those are in the Unit 1 Learning module. The syllabus quiz is in the Getting Started folder. The 2 discussions are in the Unit 1 Learning module. Okay, they're fun discussions. They're meant to help you with the class. They're meant to teach you something, okay? So get working right on those. And then the following week, you have a PowerPoint due. I'll get to that next week. Next Monday, you'll hear from me. Okay, so please get started. By all means, please enjoy the course. I love teaching it, and I think you'll find that you're going to be pleased with it too, as long as you follow the class motto, do the work, get the grade.